Welcome back to the Waste of Games podcast. It's been months. I don't know how many months. I want to say
it's
like
almost been a year.
It's been a year.
Jesus. That's
It's
a long
basically almost
time.
been a
I
year.
listened to episode 1 the other night.
Well, you listen to your own stuff. You're an actor. I thought you weren't supposed to do that.
And you have to do that. Of course, you have to.
You
watch
have
and
to.
listen to your own stuff.
I don't because I just can't. Like I hate looking back at old stuff. It just feels.
I do too, but then sometimes I like it because of my ego.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's
To
a
be
fair
fair,
point.
like,
Yeah, I
with-
get what you mean. Like sometimes you do something and you're like, man, this is some heat.
Yeah, we like films and stuff. Like sometimes when we do our films, like I'll sometimes look at it and I'll be like, damn. I was like, I killed it. I killed it on that one.
Best.
But then you also have those split second where you're like, oh my god, I'm a failure. This is horrible. This is shame. And then you're like, nah, I'm the best.
Wait, where have we been? It's been nearly a year.
Yeah.
Things happen.
A lot of stuff happened. Relationships ended. Relationships started.
Woo.
Careers ended. And careers... Well, I wouldn't say careers ended. We left
Oh, yeah.
pretty terrible jobs
Oh,
and
God.
actually started careers, which
Yeah.
was nice.
Which is where we are right
A
now.
new career, which has led us
Yeah.
to this point right here at lovely Phoenix. I forgot where we were. And it's great.
Phoenix offices.
Phoenix
just
offices,
Doing
yeah.
our thing.
Yeah, it's great. Put the podcast on hold because we up to how many episodes was it? 6.
I think we got 6.
We got up to 6, working from my little bummy bedroom. Which
Yeah,
was,
it's kind of mad. Like, we're in an actual office now. And, like, considering the fact that we went from going from Keith's bedroom to now actually having some kind of setup,
exactly.
it's nice.
We went from wrapping Craig around in blankets and pillows to having a blanket specifically dedicated to dampening shit in here. It's wild.
I like being wrapped in blankets though.
Oh.
I felt special. I felt safe.
I'm not gonna lie, if you head over to our Patreon, you can see the picture. It was beautiful. Like, it was just this wonderful little tent we made for him. You look cozy in there, to be fair,
I
pal.
was very cozy. It was like a cocoon. I felt safe.
It looked safe.
And now I don't.
I was jealous.
I'm nervous. That's, probably
Yeah.
because we're back on air.
We're back on the Waste Games podcast talking about video games when we haven't been playing games.
Whoop, whoop. That's a lie. I have
What you been playing?
lots of games. Give me a game and I'll tell you I played it.
To be honest, the thing is because
Madagascar.
That's not a game on PlayStation.
it's on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I have PlayStation
duh.
5 though. So, what you got, Deck? Exactly.
I okay. So I no longer have a PlayStation. I sold it with the intentions of getting a PS5, and then life. I didn't have a job for a long time. Well, I say a long time. It was a month, which felt like it was the longest month in existence.
But he's getting a PS5 next month though.
Yeah, the team needs you.
Well, AFC.
Yeah, got a career now. Things are actually going better. So I can maybe afford to get one. Before we were working like retail jobs where it was a little bit, I wouldn't say dead end, but there wasn't really any options for us there. Whereas now we actually have something to work with, which is nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. It's a nice office too.
It's lovely. It's very
beautiful.
cozy.
Yeah.
Beautiful people, lovely colleagues.
Shout out to Andy and Alex and the rest of you bums. Yeah, you didn't put us here. Andy and Alex did. I'm just saying. Let's go for that.
Wait,
yeah.
man.
Big up Andy and Alex, all my other bosses. You suck.
Yeah.
Not that I listen to this, but
I really hope they don't.
If
I'm
you
just manifesting it.
Good.
If you do, I'm sorry. I'm kidding, please.
Apart from Suhail as well. Sorry, Suhail. You were brilliant.
Oh, yes. I love
Fantastic.
you.
Nah,
Love
so
you.
they always slag you off, praise the line.
Don't listen to him. He's
Come on,
full of
don't do that.
it.
Anyway, video games, right?
Yes.
It's funny that we decided to pick up this podcast once again while actually none of us are playing games apart from Craig, really.
Woo.
True. I think I've been. I haven't been playing much stuff. I've just been playing UFC in the office with you, as well as 2K. A whole lot of 2K, and I hate that game. I hate both of those games. It's pretty wild. They both suck.
Yeah, UFC's been paying. We've been playing that a lot on our lunch break because I have PlayStation in my house. Like my brother and my dad have a PlayStation, so I wasn't worried when I got rid of mine. But like he has UFC 4, obviously because it came on PlayStation Plus. So I've been at home like practicing, just trying to get a win over on you at break times. But yeah, it hasn't gone so well. Not gonna lie. I'm too aggressive. I just like the violence, and you actually employ tactics. You're not an idiot.
It's the pugilist in me, you know. I like to think of myself as a connoisseur of sorts when it comes to boxing. You know, years of playing Fight Night UFC have trained me to still get my ass beat eventually, because, you know, someone can just take me down at any point now. and just hold me there. I hate it so much.
That's the
I
thing.
hate it.
I know grappling, so I know I can use it. But like, you just feel like I feel like a scumbag knowing that you don't know grappling at all to like take you down and just keep you there.
The only thing I don't like about like grappling on its own, not so bad. It's when you get rocked and you drop down and someone jumps on you, and instead of putting their hands up, your player just kind of like they just kind of lay there, fully sentient, fully awake still. They haven't been knocked out. They're just getting punched in the head, and it's like, can you just please put your hands up? I'm like, nah, I don't think I'll do that. I'd rather get brain damage and then you lose. And it's like, what's the point of that? That's not how it works. I mean,
Just
it is how it works. but
EA
still.
and the animations as well. Like the only way to defend it is like you put your hands up, and then you can move your head, or you can press L1 and like stop the hands. Even then, it's very clunky. It's just very, very clunky.
I mean, I'd still prefer it to like more combat, which is what Craig would have us play. Sweaty ass nonsense.
Much better game. You watch the gameplay; it's fast paced, and you can't sweat grappling or submissions. You actually have to play decent.
I agree. I just don't want to get beat.
That's
Yeah,
how you
me
learn.
neither.
Anything else?
Played it once at our old house where the podcast used to be filmed, and oh my god, yeah, no. Decided after that, I got one single ass whooping off Craig, and I wouldn't even play anyone else. I was like, nah, I'm done. That's it. I'm finished.
That's
Yeah.
just Craig. God forbid you go online as well, to where the real demons lie. No, forget that noise.
So that's the thing is, I know you don't even play it that much, really, do you?
Not anymore. No, I
Please
did
decide.
for a bit when it first come out.
That's what I
was
mean. And
sweating it.
if he's beat me as bad as he did, like literally it lasted what, like 30 seconds. It was just us, death. Like if you're beating me that bad, I know that someone online will just literally karate chop me in the neck and I'll die.
To be fair though, the ranking system online is quite decent. Matchmaking's very good. If you're a high quality player, you'll place high quality players. If not, then you'll face someone your kind of level.
UFC is not,
It's
because
not at all.
you could be like a
Really?
Division 8 facing Division 19. So it
Yeah.
goes from 0, which is obviously like unranked essentially, to like 20.
Well, have you got Lake? Did you say?
I've not, but I want to play it. I think I'm going to get that soon because obviously I'm busy playing Cyberpunk and WWE as well. I'm going to get that. That looks fun as frick.
Cyberpunk, huh?
It's mad with the Cyberpunk thing because obviously you started off being a complete hater before
No,
it even
I
came out.
didn't. No.
Wait.
Let's calm down.
Play the tape.
Remember I called them next Rockstar? Surely that's a compliment. And I was wrong. I was just disappointed, like a lot of the people were. And I give it time. They've updated it, got the PS5 version, and it's really fun.
To be fair,
Sure.
I need to go back for the platinum. I've got 2 trophies off of it, I think.
Yeah.
So I need to go back to play it, but I also need a PS4. So it's PS5.
PS5, you want next gen. But no, it's not bad. And they've sold, 18 million copies now. So the expansion for 2023 is going to be very good. I think it's going to make the game a lot longer, which is what more people want. Because obviously I follow a Reddit page. I get some cool photos and a lot of chat about the game. And a lot of people want it, so it's good.
Yeah, good for them.
The expansion, that's a map expansion, right?
Story, multiplayer possibly, DLC, a lot of new stuff. Keith's still vexed because he set his heart on it years ago.
Fuck that game. They can do what they want, to be honest. I'm wasting my time. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Fuck that game.
Nothing
Nothing else.
Nothing
No.
else to say. Nothing.
To be honest, I was like,
No.
my playing it, like we spoke about it way back when on that old episode. I don't remember how in depth we got, but like I actually really loved playing that game until I went back to the story. Like I got to the point where it was like, oh, if you go any further, it will finish. And I was like, nah, surely not. So I finished like pretty much everything in the game, went and finally did it. And I was like, I remember I finished it, got the ending, and I was like, huh, that's really it. Like the story's so short.
Yeah, they cut a lot out clearly, which I think some of it's obviously going to come back in the DLC. Like stuff with Jackie, very short. Pushed harder on Johnny Silverhand, which weren't bad. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to that point because, like I said, I couldn't even play it for longer than 45-minute bursts at a time. But then when I was playing it, it was just kind of average. I was like, this is just everything wrong with open world games. Like they already get like shit on nowadays anyway for just being bloated and just filled with nonsense for no good reason. I was like, this is just that. That's all I was getting from it. But yeah, I don't. It's good for them, I guess.
It is.
I'm
good.
happy people. I'm happy you're enjoying. I'm happy
Yeah.
people are somewhat getting what they thought they were, promised.
I mean,
the
there's
start.
still a lot of things missing.
Yeah,
Like what's not in there.
I'm happy it's at a decent place now.
Yeah,
for
like they
people
took
to enjoy
out
it.
third-person cutscenes.
But fuck that game. As far as I'm concerned, I'm never looking back. I have a copy that I need to get rid of, and I don't want.
Wait, they so at the end they cut out those third-person cutscenes.
Yeah, there was a lot. So like
Mhm.
third-person cutscenes,
Mm.
the
I
parkour
remember that,
zone
yeah.
where you could dangle off the wall, the monorail,
Oh,
Yeah.
customization.
Hanging off with the
was
blades in it.
strict. Yeah.
the mantis blades on the wall.
Recent updates, you could only just customize your character. Apartments you could buy, but that's in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Driving's better too, which is needed.
you can buy apartments.
Yeah, you can buy 4. There's 4 apartments in 4 separate parts of town, like Japantown and other places.
Man, I'm a sucker for player homes. I'm gonna end up going back to that
Yeah,
now.
like the one in Kabuki near Kabuki Tower. That is so aesthetic. Like you could take some down
Really?
photos. Yeah.
$12.59 payment just left my account. I'm not sure what for.
$12.59.
Fun times to iTunes.
Netflix. Oh,
iTunes. Oh no, I did that before. I did some like free trial thing, forgot to skip it, and
Oof.
they'll just suck it out of you.
Yikes.
or someone's hacked your iTunes.
Have fun. Go on my account. Look for money if you want. I'll help them look. To be fair,
But yeah, back to role playing. Yeah, and like GTA now, they have a role playing thing, don't they, on PC?
it's
Like,
pretty big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Mm.
massive.
The
Like people have
role-playing
9 to
community.
5s, and yeah, looks fun.
It's fair. Me and my friends used to do that online. We used to have this whole, because GTA Online, there was a stage where it was really boring. There wasn't anything to do.
Hmm.
So we used to make up our own storylines, and we had this woman named Karen who was an FBI agent, and we made up these whole stories using glitches to get into different places and create these sets. And it was so nerdy looking back in, like we were in college, like nothing better to do. And it was funny because like we weren't actually that nerdy. Like the weekends we were going to parties and getting drunk and getting really messed up, and then we'd be like, "Hey, you want to go back and role play?" Like it was weird. Yeah, but we had the time of our lives role playing these games. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was gonna let you guys talk while I was just googling stuff. What
Are
were you
you-
gonna talk about? Over delivered games that promise some shit and then just never.
Oh yeah, games that over delivered and undersold. Sold? Yeah. We've got okay. Number 1, we'll go Anthem. Because anyone play Anthem?
Oh, I played Anthem. Chisha was obsessed with that game.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, it was so bad. Like I didn't want to. Like I was playing it with him, and I was like, man. I was like, are you? I didn't want to be that guy. And we were playing, and I was like, because he didn't see the original like reveal trailers and whatnot.
Mm.
So I was playing it with him, and I was like, man, this looks nothing like the trailers that it said.
Nope.
There's nothing. I was like, this is a mad downgrade, and he hadn't seen it, so he didn't really care about that. But I was like, oh, this is different from what I was expecting. And then the gameplay itself was just ass.
Yeah.
Like it was just not good. There was an open beta. I think it was an open beta, and it was basically the whole game. That's what we're playing. We were playing the
Yeah.
beta, and it was. I was like, man, this beta has been going on for like we've been playing this for like maybe 5 hours now, and it hasn't finished. And
That's the game.
that was the game. But then he went on to buy the whole game, and I think he was just like fooling himself. I was like, you don't enjoy this.
He just got to pretend he's done it now.
He was like,
He's committed.
I just wanted it to be so good. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro, but this is ass. That game sucked. And it had no reason to suck. I was like, from the trailers, it looked like it was going to be amazing. It's like that Iron Man fantasy that every boy had at some point.
I think
yeah,
I
though, innit?
watched a video. I watched a video on like the comparisons, and I saw that, but like
Oh, boy.
actually getting round to playing it, I never did that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time. There's nothing to see there. It's funny because like they acknowledged how bad it was, and then they set out a bunch of people left. Like things kept getting moved around within the company, and they were like, a new guy took over, and they had a whole roadmap, much like Cyberpunk, to like fix the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure they've just like thrown that away.
Yeah, 'cause
now.
BioWare, innit? So obviously
Yeah.
they're working on Dragon Age 4 and new Mass Effect. So they were kind of like, where do we push our resources? But even then, like, it didn't do well. But they made 100 million in revenue, like in-game purchases, and they only sold 3.5 million copies. No, 5 million copies.
That's kind of wild because it was very bare bones as well in terms of stuff in game to buy. At least when I played it, and I stopped quite quickly because it was shit.
But as of checking, I checked on what day are we? So I checked Wednesday, and there's 4,000 active members on PC, like through Steam. So
that's kind of rough.
yeah, that's not many.
That's not many at all. But yeah, it's just one of those games. I've noticed I have a very like short attention span for shit games nowadays. It's not. I was like, this is ass. I'm good. But I'm
Except
glad
when
those
it comes
four.
to FIFA. Except when it comes to FIFA.
That's because I'm an
and
addict.
EA Sports.
I like football, and there's no other choice. I'm not gonna play Pez.
True.
But
Yeah.
don't get me. I don't want to talk
Let's
about
not
FIFA.
talk about
Let's not talk about FIFA.
No. So next we've got a Fallout 76
Ooh. Yeah.
by the big Bez. This is the studio now owned by Microsoft. Yeah, I never played it. I just heard about everything, and it was
As a
yeah.
Young Ye, I think the YouTuber, if you know Young Ye, he refers to Bethesda as
Love him.
Clown College Bethesda. It's just pretty
Yeah.
fitting when it comes to Fallout 76.
Did you?
It's funny. It was the gift that kept on giving for a while.
Oh, 100%. It was weird because you never played Fallout 4, did you?
Nah.
It's like I came in as like a Fallout 4 fan, so when I saw that first trailer, I was like, "Oh my god!" And then the like reviews started dropping, and I was like,
Yeah.
because I was gonna pre-order it, but I was at college at the time and I didn't have much money, so I was like, I'll just buy it like a few weeks after release. Best decision I ever made. I was like, no. I started to see the footage come out, like the death claws, like all twisted and inside out, and I was just like, no, I'm good, thank you.
It's so funny. Just like anytime I see Todd Howard up on stage, and I'm like, what lie are you gonna say
Liar.
today? he just speaks. He gets up there and just starts talking.
Yeah.
I feel like he goes up and just starts saying stuff, and the developers don't even know about it. They're just like,
He doesn't know.
exactly.
It's
he
on
just
the
waffles.
fly.
He's up there waffling. I'm pretty sure at one point there was like a glitch where it just like took out the entire game, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the one with the nukes.
Yeah.
Everyone set off, like, I think it was like they set off all the nukes at once, and it just crashed every server.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It
all
literally
the servers.
nuked the entire
Yeah, nuked
game
the
itself.
servers. It
so
was
funny.
brilliant.
And then they put out a subscription service for that
Yeah.
game, and I was like, this is the funniest company. This is just so funny. I love that company.
It's so funny though, because like if you look at like failed launches and you look at like Cyberpunk compared to them, it's like it's so funny because like Cyberpunk backpedaled as much as they can. They were like, "We'll refund you." They were really quite nice about it. To be fair, when looking back on it, they
Yeah.
tried really
They had
hard
no
to make it up to the
choice.
community.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true when you look at Bethesda and what they did. They were just like, you know what, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll make it better. No refunds awarded.
They're like,
Just
yeah, you'll be back. What
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
it's like, well,
Not buy Skyrim when
I
it
mean,
comes
that's
out.
kind of
Yeah.
says you everything about that company, though, doesn't it? There's stuff that's coming out as well.
yeah.
To be fair, they're bought by Phil. Phil Spencer's gonna keep him in check at this point now. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like obviously it's like because we play primarily PlayStation, it was a little bit disappointing, but in some kind of ways, as like a Bethesda fan, I'm glad that, like you say, someone's keeping them in check. Like they've got someone to
Todd
like
Howard's
look down on
lies.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like- Todd's so great though. It's just the way like his lies, like there's literally video compilations of the things
Yeah.
he say, like so brilliant. Like back at the Oblivion days, he was like, "Oh, the NPCs, their improvised dialogue, they'll just come up on that," and it's just the same. There's literally a video of someone just doing the same line of dialogue over and over again.
You see that mountain? You can climb it.
You can.
You can go over there. I love it. I love that man so much. Just content. He just keeps. It's been a while since we've heard from him. To be fair, they're busy working on all that shit. What was it? Starfield and
Yes.
Elder Scrolls, whatever.
To be fair,
Mhm.
Starfield does look
11,
good
12, whatever it is.
if it ever comes out.
Starfield,
Hmm.
yeah, it's an exclusive, isn't it?
Xbox 3, I think it's timed. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I don't know.
I don't see why they wouldn't make it. To be fair, if I was Xbox,
Yeah, I don't know if it's timed. I know some of the things were, but I don't actually know.
I'm not that excited. To be fair, like just simply because I've never been a big fan of like Bethesda games in general. So
Yeah, me too, yeah. Like Fallout 3, that was the last Fallout I played.
Really,
Yeah, when I had an Xbox, that was the last one I played. I really like that, but
Fallout 4, I had a lot of fun with. To be fair, like again, like it's quite similar in a sense that Skyrim was in that it abandoned a lot of like the roleplay aspects, but again, like for Bethesda kind of realised at some point like we kind of want a lot they were like the Mr. Krabs. They were like money, and they realized that the more you dumb down a game, you kind of open it up to like the general audience a little bit. But it wasn't. I personally didn't think it was a bad game. I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, they've been running on the same engine since what I feel like it was like Morrowind.
I have no idea. That's one thing that always kept me from like playing like a Fallout or Skyrim. I played Skyrim to be fair, but like I always looked at Fallout and I was like, man, this game is ugly. Like it's just like lots of brown and another shade of brown and some grey, and I was like, I mean, I don't know, I don't know. I never saw the appeal. It seems like one of those, if you like it, you love it. It wasn't for me. Same as Skyrim. I got up to Skyrim. I think I did the complete opposite of what you did and just went straight through the story. I think, and just what's the big dragon? Alduin. Yeah, I think I killed him, and then I was like, oh, I'm done.
Really?
I didn't even consider the rest of the stuff. I was just like, oh, I guess that's the game.
I kid you not. It took me 5 years of playing it to do that.
Damn.
5 years of playing it.
I think it took me like maybe a month.
Because
I didn't
to be
get the
fair,
full experience. I just killed that dragon and got out of there.
my first
So my job is
character,
done.
I was doing the Civil War storyline, and I'd accidentally somehow caused the glitch because I did a truce and I didn't know how to progress that story anymore, and it just kind of glitched on my 360. So I couldn't push that on, and then I started a new character because I was bored of my character looking like Jason Statham. So I was like, let me change this up. So
I think I did the vampire stuff maybe before I stopped playing. I maybe
Never played it.
I don't know. I saw some I feel like there was some vampires at some point, and I was like, oh, that seems interesting, and I did all or some of that, and then just moved on. And I don't know what I was playing since then. Well, yeah, was that 2011? Man, that's a long time.
did you play it like right from the off?
Hmm?
Did you play it right from the off?
No. I think I might have played it like a year after, borrowed it off my friend or something, just to see what the hype was about.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to it. The only reason I got to it was because I got a 360 for Christmas, and it happened to be in with it. And I was like, before then, like I said, I was a COD FIFA gamer. I was like, what is this? I was like, this looks like garbage.
What is this dragon
Yeah.
shit?
I was like, do I look like a nerd? And then little did I know,
Yes.
as it turns out, yes. And then it sent me on a path of just being a game obsessed. Like, I was game obsessed before, but it was like, I wouldn't say garbage games, because that's not true. Because I played games like Madagascar, as we were speaking from earlier. Like, what a
Classic.
game!
No business being as good as it was at all.
Any of those movie tie-in games, like The Incredibles, I mean, they were all so good. Like
no reason.
that mission where you're as Dash running to get the school bus, still one of my favorite missions. I love it so much.
It's far where you're in that jungle, and you're running on the water, like escaping from them big old droids. And, mate, so good. Mission Incroyable.
And then also like, to be honest,
And buddy. Sorry, I love that movie so much.
I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell.
We had that one. Fuck.
You're even wearing his shirt right now. You're wearing a striped shirt. That's how much you love it.
Great movie. There's a comic. I didn't realize there was a comic, an Incredibles comic. And Bon Voyage is in a different, which is Pixar, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's in a different Pixar movie as well. It's just like he's just about as like a washed up retired mime, like in like France or something. I don't
Really?
know which movie it is. I want to say it's like Ratatouille because they're in France and he's just like there in the streets.
I think
somewhere.
there is a mime in Ratatouille, but like I've never really put the two and two together.
That was Bon Voyage.
But they do that so much, don't they? Like Pixar and Disney and stuff. They tie their movies in together so much.
What's the last film you guys watched? While we're on the topic, you been watching much?
So I was ill on Wednesday, Thursday, so I wasn't in work. I was at home very ill. But I was well enough to sit down and watch some movies. And I watched 2 films in one day, which is big for me because I've got to a stage in my life now where for some reason watching films feels like a chore, which is weird because I love films. I love them so much. Like, obviously it's like one of my biggest passions, but I sat down and I watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which is amazing. It has such an amazing soundtrack. It's about these 3 guys that escape a chain gang, and it's got George Clooney in it. It's a Coen Brothers film, and they escape this chain gang in search of this treasure that George Clooney's buried somewhere. and these other two guys from the chain gang have come along with him, and they're going to split the treasure when they get there. And then later on, I watched Boiling Point, which is a film that Stephen Graham's in. It's new, and it's a film that's been taken all in one shot. It's set in a restaurant, and it's this one night in a restaurant, and I honestly don't want to give too much away, but it's
good.
Obviously, yeah, it is.
Did the play?
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Feel
it
like
was
I was telling you about. I've done the play to it.
It was a play.
Yeah, we did a play version of it. Yeah, very
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
about you. Oh wait, sorry, that was that was 2, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, what was the other one? I
Wait,
thought
let
I
me-
cut you off halfway. Halfway.
Batman in cinema, which is great.
So good. Seen it twice.
I've seen it twice.
Did we watch it together twice?
We watched it once, then I went with it's probably Tick Tick Boom, which is Andrew Garfield.
Ooh.
Netflix, right?
Yes.
I haven't had
and
Netflix.
Lin-Manuel.
I haven't had Netflix in a couple
Great.
months, to be honest. I'm lagging behind on Netflix content.
Honestly, mate, they've put a lot of good films on there
They have
recently,
to because
haven't
they
they?
raised the prices again.
Which is ridiculous.
Fucking-
I checked mine the other day. It was like $16.99 or something. I was like, oh my
Gross.
god.
I think that's around the time I didn't renew it because I was broke and it didn't go through. And I was like, oh, I guess I don't really need it, to be honest. I'm not watching anything. I haven't watched anything in like 2 weeks on it. So I was like, what's the point?
So that happened to me, but then I realized that everyone relies on me for Netflix. I love it.
I think the last thing I watched was what was it? Fight Club.
Ooh,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, I know Andy and Alex were very disappointed at me for not having seen a lot of classics, like Pulp Fiction, which is above my head over here.
Oh my! When Alex pulled me aside, he was me and Alex at work the other day. We were talking about Pulp Fiction, and we were talking through the scenes and everything. And midway through, like this very passionate talk about this one scene, he went, "Oh, by the way, do you know that Keith hasn't seen Pulp Fiction?" And I was like, he was like, "I'm very disappointed." He was like, "See, you've got movie taste. I'm disappointed in Keith." And I was like, "Damn."
That's all I was getting. The first, before he started, that's all I was getting. He was talking shit at me for not watching Pulp Fiction.
You seen Reservoir Dogs?
No,
You haven't seen Blade Runner either, have you?
I've seen Blade Runner.
Oh, you've seen Blade Runner.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
Seen the
that's
new
good.
one?
I've seen the new one too. I love Blade Runner, but I haven't seen. I don't know what it is with these classic films. Anytime
Tarantino.
someone suggests old
you
movies to
seen-
me and they're like, "Oh, it's really good," part of me is just like, "Yeah, okay, I'll get to it." But the more someone suggests something, the less I want to watch it for some reason.
That's what you
Especially
with every
because-
film.
It's usually someone suggests something and then I watch it and I'm just like scared of being disappointed. Like Scarface, for example. I liked it, but I was like, okay, was all right. I
Yeah,
guess.
we watched that one together when we lived together, and we
Yeah.
just sat down in the living room, and we were both so excited for it. And the only thing we took away from it was Thunderthurium.
Sanitarium,
Thunderthurium.
not sanitation.
Thunderthurium.
These cockroaches want to play rough.
The ice cream. That's like all I remember.
Wait. Have you seen The Godfather?
No, not yet.
Have you seen The Godfather?
I saw it in college when I was like 17.
I'm sorry.
Watch that. You didn't. It's if you like, it's better than Scarface.
It was good, to be fair. It is a long one, but you
The
quite
first
like
two are okay.
long
Third
films.
one's
the third one's not good.
I'm just
yeah,
scared.
it's okay.
I'm just
It's
scared.
not as good as the first.
Scared of being disappointed. you
Hey
know?
man, you're gonna be disappointed.
To be
in life.
honest,
just
I
go
don't
along with the
know.
ride.
I'm scared.
the thing is, it's worth watching just for Marlon Brando's performance. He's very good in that. So at least you have one thing to take away, is like you're not going to be disappointed by that.
Another method actor who likes to be an asshole.
Listen, I mean,
It comes with it.
No, he's a great actor.
Comes
but,
with it.
you
To
know,
be fair, greatness.
You don't have to be
Being
an
an
asshole to be a
asshole.
method actor.
If you want to be great, you do.
Not really.
If you want to be the best, tell
And
me
he's
someone
not
who's
the
the
best.
best and not an asshole.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's probably an asshole.
He retires a lot. Who else?
which means he's an asshole. Look at
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. Retires a
McGregor.
lot. If you retire a lot, you're an asshole.
Conor McGregor's not the best though, is he?
Well, he was at one point.
He was
but
at
Yeah,
one
he
point,
was okay. He just brings in money, innit, and views.
Cash cow, baby.
He's the
Yeah.
best at bringing in money.
That's
So,
Yeah, not the best at fighting though.
listen, we never said the criteria, right? We never said it. He's the
I
best
could be the
money
best at
maker.
crying, but who gives a fuck?
Damn.
No one.
Fuck the McGregor.
But Marlon Brando gets away with it with being an asshole, not only because he's a brilliant actor, but also because that man was handsome.
Yeah,
As
he was
hell.
a very handsome man. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
true.
and it kind of makes me feel better for the fact of like, oh, he's handsome, but he's a complete asshole. You know what I mean? Like, he can't imagine if he was a great actor, that handsome, and a nice dude. I'd be so
Ooh,
mad.
Too much power, that is.
Like, that's what I mean.
The perfect man.
Like, I just won't be able to live with myself. But now I know that he's an asshole. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Robert De Niro. There's a great actor.
Mm.
Not so much now, but he's great.
It doesn't need to be anymore.
No.
He just enjoys life at this point. Do what he wants.
Robert Downey Jr. went through a rough patch, but come out the other side. And he was very handsome when he was younger, if you watch some of his old films.
He's handsome
He's
now.
still
No, he is, but when he was young, he was sexy. now he's handsome man, but he was like the bad boy.
Speaking of
Yeah.
handsome actors who are talented, Troy Baker. What a man.
Mm.
I just like to appreciate him every now and again. And I'm just kind of sad for the fact that they never hired him to be Joel on the TV show. Like, I like Pedro Pascal, but Troy, man. I love him so much. I wanted to see more of him.
I guess it's like you've seen Uncharted, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Oh, wait, the film?
The film, yeah.
No.
Really?
No,
Oh.
haven't.
And it's fun.
It's fun.
I
Yeah.
didn't have any expectations because, like, Uncharted, I really like the games.
Yeah.
Different. It needs to be different. You can't replicate, like,
The thing
if
is
you just
that-
try and copy it, it's not gonna be as good ever.
Mm.
Yeah.
'Cause the
And
game's
Troy
already
Baker
there.
doesn't look like it doesn't look anything like Joel.
Yeah. Yeah.
and Pedro
true.
Pascal is not much either, but
Looks
like
closer than.
I'd
thing,
rather
but
have
yeah.
a good actor than a lookalike.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
I just meant for the voice. Like, the voice
no,
is just. The voice is so iconic. It's
Mm.
like, I feel like, okay, so it
Bingo.
might be a little bit like Henry Cavill in The Witcher. Like, in some kind of ways, as much as I like Henry Cavill's The Witcher,
It's not Geralt.
sometimes it does. That is the thing, is I have Geralt in the back of my mind, and sometimes I'm like, I can't tell if he's trying to replicate that or make it his own, or sometimes I'm a little bit, I don't know. I love him to pieces, but there's a
Mm.
thing with like acting where you have someone that's been there before. It kind of plays in the back of your mind. Like, it's like the whole Heath Ledger
I
Joker
was
thing was
just
talking about.
to say.
Yeah, but I think that's what you can do as an actor. You don't want to replicate because that's bad. Like Pedro Pascal said, he's not played the Last of Us games, so he did not replicate or try to, because you can tell when someone's trying to be. You have to
Mhm.
make it your own, and that's all you can do. And if people like it, they like it. If not, they don't.
You haven't seen Batman yet, but you've seen the what's his name? Whatever the Joker leak.
Barry
Keoghan.
Keoghan. Barry Keoghan. Barry Keoghan.
I think
Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan.
he was arrested the other day
Was he
got
actually?
for
arrested.
intoxication. He was drunk on a roof balcony. I don't know why he was arrested. He didn't even do it.
That's weird.
Yeah,
That's sus.
just people.
King
like
of
to
Chaos
spread
now. I
shit.
love that. Gets hired as the
Ke-
Joker,
I
and
think
he's
it's
like,
Keegan.
But like,
Barry
what do you think of his Joker? Like, just from the leaks.
I mean, we didn't see much, did we? It
But
was
from the leak, there's a lot. I think you got enough from the leak, to be fair.
I-
But
different. It's the different. Like, I think I enjoyed that film altogether, so I think it'll be different, which
Mm.
is nice. Not someone trying to copy him like fucking Jared Leto.
I was hearing a bit of Heath Ledger, and I was like, I'm just kind of sick of the Joker at this point.
hmm.
It went from a underappreciated character to just being overdone in like the last decade or so.
I mean, the thing is,
Last, like,
there's
2
been
decades.
a lot of iterations of him. Obviously, there was I feel like his name is, obviously there's Mark Hamill with the animation and stuff, but even live action, obviously there was Jack Nicholson, and before him there was I want to say like Cesar Romeo or something. I don't know, but then obviously within the past like 15 years there's been Heath Ledger, Jared Leto,
Hamill, Troy Baker as well.
Troy Baker did the voice of it as well. Then you had God, who was one of the more recent ones? Joaquin Phoenix, who was amazing.
Mm.
And it was just confusing to me as why, when you've had someone like Joaquin Phoenix, who's such a talented actor, and that's no disrespect, obviously, Barry, but I hate calling him by his
Barry.
first name as if I
It's
know
weird,
him.
isn't it?
But
Barry.
obviously, since as none of us can actually pronounce his second name,
I think you were right with the Keegan.
Barry
Yeah.
Keoghan, but let's just call him Barry Keoghan for now. Seems as
BG.
like it just seems a little bit like
It's overdone.
yeah, it was just
Very overdone.
unnecessary. Like, obviously the Joker was well received,
Mhm.
it seemed like you could have easily just slid him in there with Robert Pattinson. It'd be a great dynamic.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the only thing I've seen of Barry's performance was literally the only thing I've seen of that Joker was his teeth. That was it. I've just seen a picture of his
They cut it
teeth.
out of the film. It was a deleted scene because it didn't need to be in there. But if they add him into the next one, which they will, don't know how much, because they've clearly, from the film, they've clearly met from the deleted scene that we saw. That they have a rapport with each other. And it's just different. Like you get a bit of the Ledger vibe, but it's more. I don't know. It's a bit more sinister. Like not as crazy, more as it's more like thoughtful. Like the thought process behind his things, you can kind of understand, which is weird, but it's what a lot of villains do. So it should be okay, but we'll see.
The character design, to be fair, looked terrifying.
Yeah.
Like I was like, fair enough. Like this guy could genuinely freak me out.
Disfigured, weird-looking dude.
Yeah, it was just because I don't know. It was the eyes. I think the eyes were the important part. It's just like, again, it was. Yeah, it's a very interesting take on the Joker, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really seen the film, so I don't know how he's gonna fit in, because obviously with everything being so busy and whatnot, like haven't really been playing games, haven't really had the time to go to the cinema at all. So I do need to get around to watching it. But like I say, it's down to like I was looking at Odeon the other day because I was like, oh, I'll go after work. But one of the showings was like maybe like 4 o'clock or something. I was like, well, I'm not really gonna have time to. Like, I'm not gonna be able to catch that in time from going to work to the cinema. I was like, it's not gonna happen. And then the next one was at like 8 o'clock, and I was like, well, I don't want to go back at like 11 o'clock at night. So
I think it's on HBO Max now.
is that an American thing? Can I get it here?
I mean, if you have a VPN, you can.
Yeah, I get VPN, to be fair.
But
I was paying for like ExpressVPN not that long ago.
Oh yeah.
It was garbage. It just wouldn't work for me.
Oh really?
I kept trying to set it up, and to be fair, it could be for the fact of that I literally just paid for it and expected to just like press it and it work.
Yeah.
Maybe I had to set up a little bit more, who knows. But I got some like free trial on it. Couldn't be bothered to clearly figure it out, and was just like whatever, and just stopped. But yeah, what else you been playing?
Single player or multiplayer?
Either or, my friend. Anything. I'd love to hear anything.
What was I playing? No Man's Sky. I was on about that. Were we on about No Man's Sky? We've not, have we?
No, we're talking about games that
That's
undersold or oversold, and we never really
oversold,
went.
didn't it?
Yeah, we got
originally
Cyberpunk
oversold, and like No Man's Sky now, it's probably one of the best. It just won a BAFTA not long ago. But there's so many features that weren't at launch that are now in it, and it's crazy. Like, how much? It sold 2.5 million copies, but as of today, they've made like 76 million in revenue.
Damn.
And the last 30 days, there's like 14,000 people playing it. So it's very active and it's very popular, and multiplayer's in there now as well. Like this, so they constantly update it. Like Hello Games have just like earned their reputation back. So Sean Murray as well. Overpromised a lot, but now they're living up to it, which is good. It's positive to see that, you know, you can come back from overselling and under delivering.
Yeah, it's good to see when these kind of games, like, you know, when everyone's been so excited for it, when it's promised so much, when it offers so much to the gaming community, and then kind of falls flat. There's this weird thing within the gaming community where a lot of people are just like, oh, screw them, and kind of throw it away and push it to one side.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for these game companies to fight back. I guess it's because there's a lot of people taking advantage of like the consumer within the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Obviously, people within like Take-Two and like we said, Ubisoft with all their Assassin's Creed games and everything are surrounding that. There's a lot of people taking advantage of people within the gaming industry that, like, yeah, of course, people are willing to have, you know, people are bound to have their guards up, but it is one of those things where it's really, really like heartwarming to see like companies like this like make a comeback.
Yeah, especially a small studio, because it was like 100 people working on that game.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's good to see. I do really appreciate it. So yeah, Hello Games, man. Shout out to you lot. Well done.
Big up Hello Games.
Well done. Keith's just come back. He had a dump.
I did.
Hey Keith, you got some toilet roll on your foot.
Oh shit.
But yeah, speaking of Keith, it's his birthday. So, you know.
Why did we not
if you want
start
to go
the
over to his
podcast with that?
socials at Keith Matumba and wish him a happy birthday, I'm sure he'll love that. No matter how late or when you're watching this, could be 5 years later. Just do it.
He'll have his PayPal link, so don't worry if you missed his birthday. You know.
Just shoot him like £5.
It's the love that counts.
Exactly.
It's the love that
That's what
counts.
we do here.
Yeah. Yeah. 25 now, old man.
Oh,
Quarter of a century, like I said, on your way to death. Congratulations.
One
The
foot
long,
in,
winding road.
1 foot in, not dipping the toes anymore. That's a whole foot.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game.
In the
baby.
quicksand, my man.
Wait, how old are you?
Me, 22. I'll be 23
mad.
in
Young.
October.
Forget hanging around with a young'un.
I know, right? So fucking peppy and full of life.
Fresh and pure.
Untainted by the world.
Still have the glint in my eyes. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
That'll change. That'll change.
I feel it changing. Like low key, like my back's been hurting so much over the past few weeks.
Ugh. It's when you hit 20, but it just straight. I've been told 25 now it gets worse, but 20 felt like everything. My back started hurting at 20. I just turned 20 and
My back's hurting now.
yeah.
My back's hurting now. I think that's because I'm hungry, but also I told you, I went to see Bastille the other day.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I got to Bastille and my feet and back were hurting that I'd listened to 5 songs and then I went to the back
So did
so I could leave early.
girl who works with us now, Yasmin. I feel like you probably were there at the same time now. That I
But she went to
think about it.
Bastille.
Yeah.
Was she one of the annoying cunts next to me trying to barge me out of the way? There were like 5 girls trying to push me out of the way. And I was just
I
looking
mean,
at them.
Oh, Yasmin's lovely, so I can't imagine
Okay.
she was trying to
Good.
barge you out.
Well done, you, Yasmin.
She's
Not being
seen
a cunt.
Bastille a lot though. She's a fangirl. I know
True.
sometimes with fangirls they change, they switch up.
They go feral.
2015 me
Yeah.
would have been like, oh my god, but I'm 25 now. I mean, I had to chill out and hold the white boy inside me, and I just stood there bobbing my head. And these are the things. I don't
Things
even
we
know.
lost in the fight. Hey,
He
that's
went to
not
the
what I was
bathroom,
saying.
looked himself in the mirror, and was like,
Yes, stop.
Bro.
But yeah, they were great. They're native. Come on, they were one of the warm up acts. They were great. Someone called Jack Garrett as well. Brilliant, but just the
Good
wrong
guitarist.
crowd because no one enjoyed it.
Ah,
Me
nothing like
included.
it.
But yeah, great guitarist.
Great guitarist.
But Bastille do what they do best. A woman fainted behind me.
damn.
Went through the support acts. Bastille back to come on, faints.
Weak.
Loser.
Weak.
But she was okay. We called her for like we stood there for ages waving, and they were waving back. Like the staff were like, "No, someone's passed out."
To be fair, that was mad because when I went to Saint with Lewis, Keith, you were there filming, obviously, and there was this guy. I remember stood there with Lewis, and I was drinking, and I was talking to him, and this guy started walking straight towards me, and the way he was walking, right, I was like, oh, he's like coming towards me. He's starting something. I was like, maybe I'd done something. Maybe I looked at his girl. Like I don't know what was happening. And he started coming right towards me. And as he got closer, I kind of saw that his eyes were like, you know when you can see someone's got that like glass over their eyes. You're like, huh. And then he's like coming. He starts to put his hand up towards his face, and then he just, I kid you not, his feet stop and his head keeps going, and he just planks and just falls straight down, smashes into the ground right
Dead.
next to me, and I'm like, what do I do? And there's like a bunch of us around him. Everyone looks at him, and he's just laying there bleeding, and everyone's just staring, like no one's doing anything. And like the irony is, I was like, is no one gonna do nothing while I'm stood
Why
there
you stood there?
doing
no one
nothing?
doing
Yeah,
it.
but
I
you
was like-
panic, don't you?
I was like, are people just gonna watch this guy as I was watching him? I was like, can we have a nurse? And then someone literally, I kid you not, one of his friends came up, grabbed him by the arm. Another guy grabbed him, and they
Yanked him
just dragged him out.
Mad.
Literally, like it was so funny. They just dragged him out through the doors.
Just left him there.
Like,
to
it was
go
like-
back in and enjoy the show.
It was like a
just put him
movie.
outside.
It was like a scene from a movie, just the way he was being dragged out. I was like, oh my gosh.
Just put him by the bags and the
See,
coats.
Like,
Just leave
I'm
him there.
first aid trained, and I watched that girl faint. I was like, "I CBA." Like, someone came over and put her in recovery position. I was like, "I ain't getting involved." First aid trained. I was like, "Nah, she'll be alright." She's just hot. She had like 2 jumpers on and a jacket, and
Oh,
it was hot
lords.
in there. I had a
Around all
jumper
those
on,
bodies as well.
but I was. It was before the pandemic. I was okay in crowds, but after I was stressing, looking around like tweaking.
Biggest mistake you'll ever make is going to a gig wearing a jumper. Just go in a t-shirt. It will always be too hot
I
in there.
wanted
Right,
to,
if you
but
do go, wrap that jumper around.
I had a
you
jumper
or
on, and I
something.
was like, "Oh, it's
Take it
getting
off.
hot," but my pride.
Mm.
Yeah.
I ain't hot.
I had
I ain't hot.
I had a hat on for the Saint gig, And the only reason I didn't take it off is because I knew that I'd have hat hair and my forehead would be exposed.
Pride, innit?
I was like, I can't do it. But I was dying. I was like, I might pass out at this point. I was like, but I'd rather pass out than see my hairline. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that was a fun show. That was a great time.
It was good. And that guy wasn't the only guy that got knocked out. There
Oh
was
yeah.
2 people that knocked out that night. Insane.
Shout out to Dre trying to do a backflip like he does at every show. Which is pretty
knocked himself out.
Oh, bro, he lost a tooth. He had
Yeah.
braces.
Oh,
He lost a
He had
tooth.
braces on.
He had braces on.
Poor
Shout
dude.
out to Dre for
Rough.
losing a tooth. And I've been there.
And to be fair, like I'll give credit to him. Like before he got into the crowd, it was a little bit stale and like no one really knew how to
move.
operate
Yeah.
within. The
No one
parameters.
was dancing, and it pissed me. I was like, do
Dead.
something.
The
White
Move.
people.
The problem is like I was sat there in the middle as well. Like I want to start going, but I can't be the
Do it.
only guy to
Yeah,
do it.
lead, bro.
That's
People
what everyone
follow
else
you.
is thinking.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh
you gotta be
man.
the one.
Then he came in. He started like
Energy.
you know, literally like he was getting people to move. I was like,
Iron
he was
Man.
like, come on, come on, come
Iron
on.
Man.
And it was sick. And I was like, oh, this guy's sick. Like, to be fair, sometimes I was like, he's getting a little bit annoying now. Like, there's nothing happening. Why are you trying to hype people up? Like, literally, the guy's drinking water on stage. But then-
Hydration, let's go.
Yeah. H2O. But to be fair, the moment he got knocked out and dragged out, dead again. And I was like, man, I miss that guy. I was like, I miss him so much. Yeah. To be fair, I was so excited for that gig. I was like, oh my God, this is my first rap gig. It's going to be the best time of my life. I was like, I'm so excited. I was like, I'm going to be the only white guy there. This is going to be terrifying. I walk in and I just see
All
all
white
those
people.
middle-class white people. I was like,
Yes.
I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to being the one white guy sat there like, what's up, guys?
Nah, bro.
And I wasn't.
That's my first gig in ages, to be fair.
Yeah.
Pre-lockdown. I don't remember what the last one was. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was good to...
I
good,
wasn't
good.
invited, so I didn't go.
Ooh.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't care.
To be fair, the only
Okay.
reason I did it is because the tickets went up and I bought them
Nah, it's
quick.
alright. I
And
wasn't
Lewis
looking at
was
you.
like,
You weren't you, and it's cool. I don't even care anyway.
listen, bro.
I saw
for-
Bastille. I got a T-shirt. It cost me and a signed poster.
Ooh.
And he rode the
Signed.
crowd, but I wasn't there to grab him. Otherwise, I'd have pinched. Got me.
Grabbed him, caressed his face.
Dan.
Dad, I love you.
To be fair, I had that. I had that in Leeds, to be fair. Like, I was watching Post Malone. He started running past high-fiving people. Man, I was about to grab this woman's hair and yank her back. Like, I saw his hand, and literally, like, his hand literally, like, just grazed near my fingertips. Like, it didn't touch, but it was close enough where I felt the wind. And I've never been so mad in my life. I was like, come back,
So close,
Posty,
yet so
come
far.
back.
Listen, bro.
And he didn't.
Should have yanked that bitch.
I
Gotta do what you
should've.
gotta
I
do.
know I
Shove out
should've.
the way, bro.
Yeah.
The worst part is she knew I was getting closer because she elbowed me right in the gut, and I think that's what put me off. Like, it knocked me back an inch.
She did
Listen.
that on purpose, man.
Yeah. You need to grab her by her hair because there's so much of it.
Worst part is I don't even remember what she looks like now. Don't even remember.
If you
What?
listen to this, fuck you.
Whoever you are.
Yeah.
Random
Probably
girl.
not, but yeah,
You
fuck
know
you.
who you are. Oh yeah, what did you say before the podcast? Actually,
Wait.
I don't know if you already talked about it when I was out.
What?
About Ghost of Tsushima being
Oh.
better than Red Dead 2.
It is. That's not even like a
Mr.
thing.
Hot Takes.
It
back at
is.
it again.
Look, Declan
Gameplay.
sat there thinking because he knows I'm right. As well.
Gameplay, yes.
Everything.
Online,
The story
yes,
is too
that's it.
long.
Hey,
I've not even
gameplay.
finished Red Dead because it's so long.
But mate, you're
It's poo. I don't need to
Wait,
finish it.
yes,
I've
you
watched
do.
the story.
You
I've
still
seen
haven't.
It.
It's been a
I've
year.
seen it. I know what happens.
It's been a year.
Because I've watched someone else play it because I got so bored of playing it.
right. Well, in that
Oof.
case, someone can tell me like, "Oh, I've had sex because I've watched." Yeah, no. All
I
right,
don't need to
listen.
play it. I got
doesn't
bored.
work like that, does it,
Of course
pal?
it does.
Think
I can watch
about
someone
it.
have sex and be there.
But that doesn't make you not a virgin. All right,
I mean,
you
what
can't.
about if you use a flashlight?
It's
Does that make you a virgin? It's a vagina.
Yes.
So you're still a virgin?
Are you talking to yourself right now?
It's just an open question.
Listen. There are clear parameters for not being a virgin.
Like what?
It has to be inside of somebody else, a living,
A li-
a living
Exactly.
person.
Yeah.
Let me say a person.
flashlight. Like you
I
can buy
am not-
machines now.
What if it's molded after someone?
Exactly. Like I had a Tory Black one.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I ordered it when I was uni. It cost me £70, and I used that like a few times.
70 quid.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, I wasn't a virgin then.
listen, listen. That does not. I'm not even going to try and argue
we're in a
this.
grey area.
Yeah, but I'm
right
just.
now.
It's just a question. I don't know. I don't have the answer. But back to Ghost of Tsushima.
I was about to say, what were we talking about?
It is better
before
than
that
Red Dead.
Massive sidetrack.
It's much
also
better than Red Dead.
It's also no.
No, but
Yes, it is.
You,
It's not.
you said in terms of gameplay, right? But that also includes the animations. You have to think of how many
okay.
animations are within that game that
I
make
was-
it what it is.
I was
makes it
thinking
so
of like, what's more fun to play when it comes
Ghost of
to gameplay?
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima is definitely way
Way
more
fun,
fun to play.
Because you're a
but-
Yeah.
samurai nerd.
Yeah.
Shack off to it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I don't want to
but
look at horse balls.
I'm
on
also
Red
a
Dead.
cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy. My inner Brokeback Mountain. And even then, I didn't care because I liked Arthur Morgan. Great, and then they kill him. Good for
Easy boy.
Red Dead, I guess.
But like,
Redemption, cool. He's dead. Nice. Okay.
see, I don't know. You just
Wrong.
Yeah, sure. So according to you,
According to, I will pull up. I don't know. I was gonna say statistics. I don't
Who
really
plays
watch,
Red
to be
Dead?
fair.
I don't.
Cowboys, baby.
the problem is like sometimes
I
you just
prefer the
can't
first
argue
one.
stupid.
No, I like Red Dead 1. I prefer the first one to Red Dead 2. I really like Red Dead 1. Played that a lot. I
What's the
don't like
problem
Red
with it?
Dead
The
2.
length?
Yeah, it just got boring. There was just, I just got bored.
What part did you get to? remember.
I just done the bit where you get shipwrecked on that island.
Oh my
So
god!
near the end.
Really? I was so
Guam?
close to the end.
Right, so the man that says he's watched it doesn't even know he's near the end.
I don't. It's a long time ago. I've not.
You got
yeah.
to Guam. That's
Yeah.
basically. That's damn near the end of the game. I mean, I guess. I
And
mean,
I think something come out. I think something got Last of Us might have come out, and then I was like, oh, I'll play it after, and then I just forgot where I was and started
Oh yeah,
again.
because I remember you took a long time to get around to playing it,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah,
I
because I
feel
bought
like-
Red Dead when it first come out. Like, we were in lockdown. I was at uni, and I bought it. I was like, yes,
Mm.
yes.
if you got to Guam and then didn't like it, to be fair, I guess.
I just got bored. I just didn't care enough. Like I just yeah.
But is it like, was it the story wasn't keeping you there, or was it just the gameplay wasn't as entertaining?
There was
for
just
you?
a lot.
Yeah.
Like I was doing side stuff, and then I'd forget what was going on in the main story, and then
Where's our money?
yeah, and then it was just animations.
Got some money from me, boy.
I don't know.
Chopping that wood. Ooh,
I see your name in our ledger.
just let me skip it.
See, here's the thing: is obviously from my Skyrim story from earlier, I love doing stuff around the camp. Like I'd wake up, I'd have a schedule at camp. I'd wake up every morning. I'd do the chores, and then I'd go hunt, bring it back.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too for the first, few times, and then I got fucking bored because life's like that too. You get bored of doing the same routine, and then you change it up or you stop. So I did stop playing the game.
Damn.
Man,
I mean, yeah, sure.
I'm
fair
just
enough,
like, it's
that's
not
fair.
a bad game. It's not a bad game, but I just prefer Ghost of Tsushima. Much more fun to play.
Ah, that's fair. I wouldn't say it's better than Red Dead 2,
Mm.
but I'd
Fair
agree
enough.
with you on
It's
that.
like a personal opinion.
I guess if
I
we're
love
going,
both.
yeah, because we're clearly judging this off of which one was more fun to play, and in those
Ghost.
parameters, yeah, I guess Ghost I've had a lot more fun with just because of the combat. So
yes, I was
interesting.
right. Yeah,
Well,
Get
yeah,
outta
yeah,
here,
yeah.
you pulp.
But if I had to sit there and someone said, which game do you think is better on a whole?
So if
Red Dead.
you were locked in
Red
a
Dead.
room, what game would you play? Like you were locked in a room forever.
Forever?
Yeah. Gotta play one game. Red Dead or Ghost.
That's actually a hard question.
Yeah, that is difficult.
Not because Ghost is bad, because they're just both so
It's gotta
good.
be more fun to play. Killing people with a sword.
See, the thing is, I will give him this is the fact of like, I will go through periods of like trying to pick up Red Dead again, and if I'm not playing the main story, obviously it does get a little bit boring. But that being said, I don't pick up Ghost that much either. I don't know.
You didn't get to play the online much, did you?
I haven't even played the expansion.
Damn, I haven't played the
I played the
expansion.
online with you guys. We played a little
Right.
bit.
Legends, yeah. That was fun. If they had a PvP,
I'd concede,
rap,
to be
rap,
fair.
rap. We said that, didn't we?
Yeah.
If they had a player v player,
I would
there'd be no more argument
piece you
because
up.
you wouldn't disagree.
Sashimi you.
Make me look like sashimi.
I don't know, to be fair though, because the online's different as well. Because it's not like it's an open world thing where you can go
Yeah.
around and adventure with your friends. It is either you have the survival wave-based type of the online, or you have what's the other one? There is
They're like the story-ish mission.
the story
kind
kind of things where you go through your different classes and
the raids. And that.
yeah, the raids. That's it. The raids. That was the thing I was looking for. And even then, they're loosely story-based, but again,
I'm just like comparing it to like because those were a lot more fun than Red Dead's online, which they just they butchered that. I'm still sad to this day just thinking back to how much fun Red Dead 1's online was.
Yeah.
And that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, because
But-
we played it a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 online. We were fucking each other up and fighting. So it was by a lake and drowning each other. And it was fun. But
And we were
then,
like, oh, that's it.
yeah, that's
At the time, anyway, there was
yeah,
nothing else.
There's
to
a lot
do.
more now, which is fair, but I think people just don't care. Because fucking GTA as well.
Ruined
Stop
it.
buying Grand Theft Auto.
You mugs.
Stop.
this is the problem though.
It
Is
was
they
top selling game, bro.
Jesus.
It was top selling on PS5.
I
Really
know,
care
just
about
stop. Please.
please, for the love of God, stop buying that game.
Fuck.
But the problem is that online did so well. They literally took Red Dead and thought they could just
Mhm.
rip that and put it in that.
Yeah.
it. To an extent, you can't blame them when you
Yeah.
see how
No.
successful one model was,
Yeah.
and it's like is given it nearly 10 years of longevity. Why wouldn't you? You'd be stupid not to if you're making
Yeah.
a bill
Mm.
like every year from it.
But
But fuck you,
yeah,
scumbags.
But it's also
Stop that shit.
a different kind of audience, right? Though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're looking for a different kind of thing. Like clearly, people who enjoyed Red Dead are looking for a more kind of role play aspect with a little bit of story woven in
Mhm.
there, not just
Yeah, because Red Dead
essentially
Online, like you
fetch
said,
missions.
it could be a role playing game. And I guarantee I'd play that.
Yeah.
A role playing cowboy. You get, like you said, because if you're online with your friends, much more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play that shit.
They actually have gone that route with like there's like career. It's not careers obviously, but it's like life paths or something.
Oh,
Like
really?
You can
bounty
be like a
hunters and-
bounty hunter,
Ooh.
like a treasure hunter or something like that. I'm just like
You can be a merchant as well. I
Right.
remember seeing it on Twitter.
yeah.
Maybe I'll
But
download that and give that a go.
They are all behind paywalls, which is
Oh.
the thing. I think almost all of them are behind like
Wah,
10,
wah.
15 pounds or something like that.
Each.
Yeah.
Well, there was a period
gold
where you
bars.
could get them for free.
Mhm.
But the thing is they're not even interesting anyway because
Not
the
really.
missions are so the bounty hunter. You literally go up and they're recycled
Oh.
a few of the same bounties, and they're literally you take the flyer off the wall, you go get the person, and you come back. Then they're really not interesting. There's no
Yeah.
story woven
Just
in there.
service level.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's the problem. Red Dead needed that kind of depth that
The
like
story
GTA Online
has.
doesn't have,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have that, and it's so one-dimensional and boring. It doesn't feel. Red Dead 2 was so good because the world felt alive.
Mm.
Red Dead Online is so dead.
It's weird how different the two are.
Literally, like
It feels completely tacked on right at the end by like a
Yeah.
completely separate group of developers. It's just
it's just so
it's
weird.
pain.
Because the world, just when you're going around Red Dead Online, the two worlds feel so different and it feels so lifeless. It's genuinely painful to go around.
Mm.
The fact that your own online characters are mute, which I get is evidently it'd be hard to make some kind of voiced online characters. I understand that, but it creates that layer that's like that separation that's just kind of like really hard to get over because you do have that separation from the AI and stuff.
I
the
think if
NPCs.
anyone should be doing that, is Rockstar.
Mm.
If you're making disgusting heaps of money
Mm.
for 9 years straight off the back of that
At
one
least let the
fucking
main
game,
character talk.
you got money for days. They're owned by Take-Two, who also have money coming in from
Mm.
all the other nonsense that they ruin. It's like they've got
Yeah.
more than enough resources to add dialogue to the online.
Literally a few just like dialogue choices to me to talk to someone as I walk past, just to say something, even if I have the same voice as Craig and you,
Yeah,
as long as it's just like at least 2 or 3 generic voices that I can pick from.
if my character can speak in 2K basketball,
Mm-hmm.
why can't my cowboy speak?
Yeah.
What's the difference? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, fuck 2K, Take-Two, and
Mhm.
2K, both of them, just the entire company
Yeah.
in general. But I'll be there first in line to get GTA 6
Ugh,
Oh,
I don't even
100%.
know.
and Red Dead 3. If it
I
happens.
definitely will.
Ugh, I don't even. Maybe.
there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the hook they have.
Not
on them.
GTA though. I don't think GTA has that much of a hook anyway. Because I played it PS4.
But that's
and
the
I got
thing
bored.
though. GTA has that allure to it. It's an aphrodisiac to the gamer brain. It's just
It's a staple. I don't know if I'm excited. I'm gonna be there to get it day one, but I don't know if I'm as excited since all the people have left. The Leslie Benzes,
Dan
the
Houser.
Dan Houser. It's not the same, like, core, not the same heart and soul of Rockstar anymore. But I'll be there. I don't know what they'll do. Hopefully, it's not just. I mean, it's Rockstar. You know, when it comes to single player, it won't be thrown together at all. That's one thing you can rely on them for, unlike some companies. So I know for a fact the single player will be
Is
okay.
that who was that? Is
Don't
that
worry about
CD?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It was. Say it. Say it just.
Yeah, CD Projekt.
But
Fuck them. And
game's
fuck
good now, though.
Cyberpunk. I don't care.
And it's the expansion.
Don't care.
No, I don't know. It's alright.
Fuck that game.
It's okay. I'm playing it and enjoying it. You be better.
Good for you. I'll stew in my
You be
hatred from
better.
now
I'm
on.
enjoying it. Panem's my girl.
No,
Gets sent
she's
nudes.
not.
She is. She sends you nudes now.
what?
Oh my
Yeah, that's
God.
right. I got nudes.
Listen, I can't.
No
I,
part of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No part of this.
Remember that Reddit post I sent you, Keith?
No. I don't.
why have I been?
Yeah, I do actually.
I've
I
been
have actually
included in
forgot.
this. This hurts. Well, why didn't you include me in this?
You ain't got
'Cause
PS5.
you ain't got PS5.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
Bitch.
Fair enough.
Yet.
Fair enough.
So get one and then I'll send you Panem nudes. I mean, I won't 'cause she's my girl. So.
Shit in your girl.
And
I had
also,
her before
Summer, if
you.
you're listening to this, it's all a joke. I'm just pretending.
I had her before you anyway, because I played it before you. I finished it before you, so
That's
I
very
got her
true to
before
this
you.
That's very
conversation.
true. But
We can share.
now,
I don't
I'm
mind
playing it
sharing.
now. To be
Wait,
fair,
what is happening?
the storyline, I feel like Judy has much more of a like. It's a friend thing, innit? But it's nice. I don't know. I was more connected to Judy.
Judy's my homie, but Judy's just a friend in it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I enjoyed the mission. You know where you go through her history and stuff. You played it, so you
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
At the end of a story, that was fun.
That to be fair, that is one thing I'll say about Cyberpunk, is that actually each one of like the NPCs' backstories and everything, like you have obviously companion missions and you go through their storylines. Each one of them, like Rivers one, I loved
Yeah.
Rivers one. I
I
thought that
love
one
it,
was great. Judy's one was amazing. Panam's one was great. They
Kerry's
all,
was a bit. Kerry, you're on down, and it was a bit poor.
yeah. Kerry's, to be honest, I just wasn't that interested in.
Yeah.
But those three had such strong interest and storylines that I was with it the whole way.
And with the DLC, I think Judy's coming back.
Is she?
I think they're adding more. Yeah, like they're adding more to the stories and like your story.
Again, there was so much I loved about the game, but for some reason the proportions felt really weird. Like when you're driving cars down the street, it just felt really like clunky. I felt like
Yeah.
too big for the road. It was weird.
Yeah, the driving now is way better. Like they've updated it.
Really.
It's loads better. Yeah, like
I will go back eventually, but it's one of those things that like,
you gotta be in the mood.
because but I literally poured 130 hours into it,
Yeah,
and I haven't even got the platinum yet. To get
long.
the platinum, it's not too much. I just have to basically,
Effort.
I have to get a different ending. That's it.
Yeah,
And
I'm what
I
60 hours in at the minute, and I've not completed it yet.
Really.
But I'm gonna do everything, and then I'm gonna do it again with a female version. But I did the corpo one. Dialogue options are way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the corpo. Yeah, I thought that'd be the worst one, but it's actually a bit the best because you see the corpo lifestyle, and it makes sense that you're friends with Jackie because you are before.
Hmm.
You don't just meet him, and the options of dialogue are just better.
To be honest, I had I went for the drifter,
Nomad.
Nomad. That's it, the Nomad one, just because I was like, that one seems coolest one to me.
Yeah.
And then in the end, I found out that it came with its benefits too, by being best friends with Panam.
Oh,
So-
she's a. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A nomad.
But to be honest, in all seriousness, that one was the one that like just appealed to me the most. I was torn between that and Street Kid, like most people were.
Yeah, I did Street Kid the first one.
But I was like, nah,
Yeah.
Nomad all the way. It just seemed super cool to me to be like a drifter on the road.
I can't remember. I thought, did I go Street Kid? Because you can't because I was like, my heart was set on Judy.
Mm.
That was Street Kid, right?
No, that's if you're a female or male.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Doesn't
did
matter
go
about
Nomad.
your-
Okay.
Life path.
Yeah, she didn't like men.
To be fair, your character looked cool.
She did look cool.
She looked cool.
Dang.
Which
Oh,
made me
yeah, I
sad
remember.
that it was
Yeah.
first person. To this day, it still makes me sad.
I think
Mm.
I think the third person mode is gonna. They're on about it. I remember reading a Reddit post about like job stuff, and they're on about third person.
Good for them.
I think it'll come around. Not that you care. I'm not talking to you. Talking about people that care.
Yeah, fuck them too.
Because you'll play it.
I won't.
You will.
I promise you I won't.
You'll play it. It's alright. Like
Wait.
you say, I've never played FIFA again. Okay.
That's different.
No, it's
What
not.
else am I going to play?
That is true.
Pez?
Are
Yeah,
you
you
seriously
can play
never going
PES.
back to it?
He will.
I have no interest
will.
in this game anymore.
Really?
Zero interest.
To be fair, I remember when we lived together, right? It was so funny because I was playing it and I was playing it on my broke PS4, right? And
That's the funniest.
And
to
it
be
works
fair,
better,
I
yeah,
had a
I remember.
PS4 Pro, to be fair, so it wasn't too bad. But I was playing it and I was like, damn, it crashed again. I was like, oh, that's a shame. Started playing it. 2 hours go by, nothing. In that time, I probably heard Keith 5 times in the other room go, oh, for fuck. And then he'd go downstairs, make like a peanut butter sandwich, come back up, start to play it again. I remember he just walked past my room and was like, I'm done with this game. And to be fair, never picked up again after that.
You're a very stubborn man.
Wasting my time.
But he
listen,
will. He'll
no,
play it.
I'm not.
The curiosity will get the better of him. And he will appear offline and give it a go.
I re-downloaded. What was it? Persona 5 the other day.
I saw, yeah.
I've decided to give it a chance again.
I just don't understand it. Like, I played it and I was like, it's confusing.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it was fun just fucking about being a high school kid playing baseball.
Yeah, that's like a role playing shit, innit?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I was having more fun just hanging out as opposed to actually doing the dungeons and stuff. But yeah, I've decided to give that a go. Cyberpunk, I have no interest in that anymore. When I put down Persona, I was like, man, I like this game. I fucked myself up. I can't be asked to pick up another 20 hours for no reason and waste them like I did, as opposed to Cyberpunk, where I'd put in like, I think it was again like 20, 30 hours, and I was like, I've gotten nowhere. Also, it's boring as shit. Like, what's the point? I'm struggling to play a game I'm not enjoying. Like, what was the point of that? Fuck that game. Fuck CD Projekt. 8 years of what?
No.
Waiting for what?
That's your fault.
Fuck them.
You
That's
had
their fault.
your fault.
Why pretend?
They didn't say a lot.
Why pretend like it works?
They were pressured. They were definitely
Give
pressured,
a
bro.
fuck about their pressure.
But listen,
Delay it.
they
what
too much. They did. Like, I remember it was meant to
delayed
come out on your birthday.
Ah.
Then it got delayed to my birthday, and then it come out December 10th. I remember, and it was all the
Scumbags.
reviews come out like, oh my god, it's amazing because they're playing on high-end PCs.
Exactly.
It was funny when they
Despicable.
we spoke about it when they denied the console things. I remember you looked at me and you were like, "Oh no!" When the console reviews were denied, it was
I
like,
was like,
Yeah.
oh lord. Very telling
But
of
yeah,
whoever was in charge of the company there. I don't know if they're still there.
no,
I
I think
hope
they
they're
stepped
not.
down.
I hope they.
did they actually?
I think one of them did.
let
One
me
of them
know.
left.
Spam.
But now it's good. The roadmap's modern CD.
Okay. I'm gonna cut it there because we've been going for like nearly an hour and a half now.
An hour and 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
my
we're gonna say
stomach's
goodbye.
rumbling so bad
Same.
that like it's gonna start to
Let's-
overtake.
Should we
the
say
audio.
goodbye though?
We should say goodbye. Yeah. Thank you for.
Should we do a musical number?
Yes. need to.
Whoa.
Shoop-bap, shoop-bap.
For the longest.
Shoop-bap, shoop-bap,
Boom.
shoop-bap,
Boom.
shoop-bap.
Boom. 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 Boom.
No, this is stupid. Let's just say goodbye and end it. 'Cause I'm hungry
We'll
too.
make our own jingle at some point. We'll make a jingle set in
Sergeant
this.
Hands.
When we're doing well. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that. He's changed his handle now, right? It's not even Sergeant Hands anymore. It's like
No.
Beats by Rian.
No.
Or is he still going by that?
I didn't know who you were talking about for a second there. You said Sergeant Hands, and I was like, "Who the hell is Sergeant Hands?"
I meant
Ha-
Sergeant
ha-
Hand,
ha-
but you know.
no,
it
I was
makes sense.
confused. I was like, oh, "Yeah,
You know what I
Rian."
meant.
I didn't. I genuinely had no clue. I
Well,
was
that's
like,
your fault.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Okay,
I understood. Why didn't you?
Yeah. You just vexed.
They don't like you the way they're talking about this, Rian. Just in case you're
Not
listening,
Rian. I
I'm
like
your
you.
friend.
What are you on about?
I'm your
Rian,
friend,
You know I like
not
you,
these
bro.
guys.
Rian knows I'm gonna spit
I
some
know what
bars
your handle
anyway.
is.
Listen.
I know
Rian,
you. I know.
I
your name.
respect you. Even though you talk
I
about.
respect you enough to know your handle. It's
I knew it. I know it. I just.
Sergeant Hands.
I didn't know that was you, to be honest. How am I meant to know that?
Yeah, are you hearing this?
But I
Start
still
calling him,
enjoyed
start
it,
calling
but
him
listen.
Sergeant Fingers from now on.
Remember that? But I enjoyed it before I knew it was you. So
Sergeant
I'm a
Hands gonna-
real one.
You're
And
gonna
I
give
enjoy
you a
it more
knuckle
now.
sandwich.
That
If you
one.
keep going like this.
How do you like your sandwich,
Corporal
Mr.
claps.
President? Fist. But nah, listen.
Yeah,
man.
we'll give you the bag to make us a very nice jingle at some point.
Oh, what? We're gonna pay him. No, he'll do it for free. Boom. I'll expose him.
Well,
Just nudes and real.
on that note, I think it's a good time to cut this. Thank you very much for tuning in after a year. Yeah.
It was just short. It was more like 9 months. We were cooking a baby. We was cooking this baby right here.
We're back and better than ever.
Barely spoke about games.
I know, a whole podcast
We should
dedicated
make
to
this
just
a
our
podcast
lives.
about everything. I think we're gonna maybe.
This one
'cause
should be called
There's a lot more to
therapy.
talk about than just games.
True.
So
There's a
maybe
lot happening in
we'll
the
see.
world.
Yeah, with our lives
Fucking
too.
nerds. More to life than video games. You bums. Go outside, maybe.
Whoa,
Would
you
say-
need
Grass.
to calm down.
Would say enjoy the weather, but it seems to have got the weather has
I
turned.
say I may have hot
Got
takes.
dark outside.
Keith is an angry man.
I'm not an angry man. I
Yeah,
just
because
don't
he's 25
like CD
today.
Projekt
That's
Red.
why he's 25. He's
Ugh.
old.
Ugh.
Oh my
Give him
god,
some love.
he's got the old man grumps. It's officially
Yeah.
happened.
What have I told you about playing football in my fucking front garden?
Hey, listen. Zero's loud. Okay?
Yeah, it
that's
is.
not my fault.
He's giving out his address now.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're a
sh-
brave
I'm,
man.
I'm gonna cut that out. So thank you for reminding me. Actually, I don't live on the road, by the way. I'm just gonna
You
beep it
don't,
out.
you
It's just
don't.
gonna
Twice.
Beep.
Damn.
He lives.
Well, if you're doing that, I live on. Wait, please beep that out.
be- Don't worry. Don't worry.
And I live.
You asshole.
I'm gonna put a picture. Picture your house.
Just
Google
I don't
Maps.
think anyone's
pin
gonna care where
location.
we live
Literally.
or the
to be
road
fair.
we live on. Like,
Yeah.
see, you say that, but I feel like low key. There's gonna be one person that's listening to it. He'll hear you say that. I think, nah, I'm gonna get their ass
just
now.
because-
yeah,
you
I'm
said
doing that so you can make us famous.
I feel like if someone wanted to find out, they'll just find out anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure our address is somewhere on the internet. Everything
True.
else is.
You know me, when I was like 10, I accidentally tweeted it because I'm an idiot. So,
Okay, alright, let's say goodbye.
All right. Bye.
Bye! Ah!
Sorry.